once again, today we are going to have our main focus is going to be basically on how to start trading with Olymp Trade. Oh, I do see there's so many people in chat. Let's see here. The video also buffers a little bit, so there's a little bit of a lag. I do have to wait for you guys to have a response. Give me just 1 second. Oh, I am very happy to see everybody. Gurav Kuram, hello, I've seen you before. Niha Jane, Krishna, Queen Eva, what a beautiful name. Hello, hello. Let's see here. So please let me know. Yogesh Warren, Jude, Atul, Sushil. Wonderful. I do see some yeses, yeses, yeses. Fantastic. Well, great, great, great. It's very important that you can hear me and that you can see me well. So my friends, so what countries are you joining me from today? And please also let me know if you are new or if you have been here before. Basically, once again, we are discussing the platform today. We'll go over briefly about fundamental analysis and technical analysis. But first, let's go ahead and make sure that we'll catch up to speed. I'll go ahead and check in chat. Oh, better now, Jude. Thank you so much. Fantastic. So, my friends, what I would like to start with first, I will, of course, say this in the beginning of the stream and later for everybody that joins in later. Of course, I do have a promo code for you, first and foremost. The promo code is displayed on the chart right now. It is SAFE and then the number 7. This is a promo code that you can use when you're making a deposit. This will give you plus 30% to any and all deposits made, and it is working from the previous Monday till next Monday, the 13th. So go ahead and please enjoy. Once again, the promo code is SAFE and then the number 7, and this is plus 30% to any and all deposit, and it works until next Monday. The next thing I would like to say is that, of course, my friends, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're not subscribed yet. We do have a lot of things happening and a lot of things, interesting things coming up. So please go ahead and make sure you click the red subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any notifications. So basically last week, on Tuesday, we discussed the platform overview and where everything is located. So I do highly advise you guys to check the stream from Tuesday. I did open a few trades. We practiced I explained how risk-free trades work. As you can see here, the trade was, my prediction was correct, and my Euro US dollar, they were both correct. I do like to have my focus mainly on my favorite 3 currency pairs: Euro US dollar, GBP USD, and USD JPY. So let's see here. So we have new people from Bangladesh. SM Study Group is asking about risk-free trades. Yes, give me just 2 seconds and I will explain about that as well. Sanjay from India, and I will try to pronounce your name. Please forgive me if I mispronounce it. Sridhar, hello from India. Om from India. We have a lot of, we have Chris from Nigeria, T from India, Richard from Kenya, and Harry S from Indonesia. Fantastic. We have Mohfarid from Malaysia. Thank you so much for letting me know in chat where you guys are from. I'm very curious to see, and it just makes me feel really awesome that we're joining from all different points in the world to discuss the financial market. And so about risk-free trades, I do have a little kind of like a mini contest for you guys. After this stream is posted on our YouTube channel, you can go ahead and leave comments below the video. We've done this before, and next Wednesday we have a stream where we'll go over more about fixed time trading, and we'll go more over about forex trading. We'll open trades, so it's going to be a lot of interesting stuff. But make sure that you join back next Wednesday. So leave your comment below this video, below this stream once it's posted on our YouTube channel. And next Wednesday we are going to randomly choose one comment and give out risk-free trade. So once again, leave your comments below this video and join us next Wednesday and we'll give out risk-free trades. Hello from Sri Lanka, and August from Indonesia, and Farokh from Pakistan. Wow, so many people joining from so many different countries. Really, really excited to see you guys. I also wanted to mention that we have a really, really awesome, some awesome streams coming back coming up next Tuesday. We're going to have four analysts on the Olymp Trade Global channel, and we are all going to be trading live one by one. So next Tuesday, starting from 11:30 GMT plus 3, join Yaroslav for live trading. Then I'll follow up at 1:30. Let's see, 11:30. No, excuse me, at 1 o'clock. And then we'll be joined by Nick and then also by Alex. So it's going to be really, really awesome. It's going to be exciting. So all of our analysts are going to be trading live with you. Don't miss it next Tuesday. Let's see here. So I'm just going to be checking back and forth through chat right here. Vital, help me how to succeed in Forex trading. Well, we'll be going over that, of course, as well. And so, my friends, as far as for today, my main focus is going to be on how to start trading. You see, when you are trading, you have to analyze the market, and you also have to analyze the price chart to make your prediction and enter your trades correctly. So there are two different types of analysis. There is fundamental analysis and there is technical analysis. And so here's the difference. Fundamental analysis is more economic data. These are different statistics that are released by governments from different countries, and also this could be news releases, this could be speeches from top officials, and so forth. So this kind of interventions can be market movers. One of the fundamental analysis specters is the economic calendar. And if you look to the left of the platform, we have a lot of menus right here. There's menus right here. And I do encourage anybody that's new, don't be afraid to check all these different options that are available on the platform. If you click right here, there's demo accounts. So if you see some kind of arrows, if you see some kind of menu bars, click there and check to see what's going on. Because, for example, right here on the left-hand side, if you click on more, and you can click on economic calendar or analytics, and this will take you to the economic calendar. This is part of fundamental analysis. I do have it open right here. Just a quick little recap of how to use the economic calendar. As I mentioned, so there are different countries that release different data statistics. There's, for example, employment figures, there's GDP, so basically like the production in the company, and also other reports. For example, today at 12:30 GMT, so that's 3:30 GMT plus 3, we have the release of initial jobless claims, for example. And when you are looking at the releases, also, if you scroll up here, you can choose all kind of filters. Like you can filter any country that is maybe specifically interesting for you, because the currency pairs, of course, have an effect in that, and also the date and other parameters. But for example, today we have the release of initial jobless claims, and you can actually also click on the release, and it will give you more information. Another thing that I would like to mention, since we're on this page right here, is you can see these bull's heads, and these bull's heads, they tell us how important, I would say, the release is going to be. So there's one bull's head and up to 3 bull's heads. So 3 bull's head is really market moving releases. I'm not sure if you are new, you can see with me right now. Initial jobless claims, you can actually see the history as well. There were shocking numbers for the past 2 releases. We do have the pandemic coronavirus spreading across the world. I do understand from news releases that the situation may be improving in the Eurozone, such as in Italy. It was really hard struck by the coronavirus, but the situation is worsening in the United States. As far as the coronavirus, if I can just switch my focus for 1 second, I would like to show you, this is a coronavirus map. This is Johns Hopkins University, and you can just Google it, Johns Hopkins University coronavirus map. And this has really great updates about the total number of confirmed. So we're almost at 1.5 million confirmed. As we can see, the United States is in first place, Spain is in second place, and Italy is in third place. So you guys, if you would like to keep track of this, so you are more than welcome as well. So this is Johns Hopkins University coronavirus map. So the next thing that I would like to explain about the economic calendar, so this is fundamental analysis, is that as you can see right here, there are three different numbers. If I can scroll up here, I can show you, which is called the previous. This was the previous release. We have the forecast. The forecast is what analysts are expecting. They are forecasting, they are predicting the next release is going to be, and then the actual fact, the actual release of the statistics. And when we are looking at the economic calendar, we actually we base our main focus on the forecast, because the forecast is what we call is already priced into the chart, already priced into the currencies, into the assets. So and when the release is when the actual fact is released, we compare it to the forecast, and if there's a really drastic change, it's either higher or lower, at least 20% or so. A difference is when we have a lot of market movement. So, for example, initial jobless claims means that people lost their job, and they went to the to unemployment and to file for basically unemployment. So they are. Yes, so for unemployment. So initial jobless claims are, the previous fact was 6,648,000, and the forecast is actually lower at 5,250,000. So I will personally be very closely watching this release. I would like to see if the numbers really are decreasing, or if we're going to have another record-breaking higher numbers. So we'll definitely have to check on that. So basically right here, and if the number is that the actual release, if it's red, that means it is worse than expected. And when it's worse than expected, the asset, for example, for the this is just an example. For example, this is GBP, so this is the British pound. So when we have a really worse than you can see there's also little hints. So if the release is extremely worse than expected, then that currency or that asset should go down. And if the release is above forecast, which is better than expected, as you can see right here, please let me know in chat if everything is okay. I just want to make sure I do have some disconnecting issues. Let's see here. I just wanted to check in chat as well while we're catching up. Let's see here. How can I deposit so I have a manager? Well, actually, this is a little bit of a different department. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to our platform. For any deposit and withdrawal questions, I would kindly ask you to contact our support. You can click on the help button right here, and you can read the FAQ, or you can click on support, and you'll be able to do a live chat. That's my favorite type of communication. I live chat with everybody. And also you can give a call or contact us by email. Let's see here. Also, there is deposit and withdrawal options right here, which will take you to your profile. But yes, so if you can contact our support team, they will be more than happy to assist you with that. And Sharvan Kumar is asking about Fibonacci levels. When I get to technical analysis, we'll definitely go over that as well. And then other thing that I would like to mention about fundamental analysis is especially right now with the current situation with the coronavirus. We can hear you, Angie. Thank you. With the coronavirus, with the spread, everything that's going on, it's really important to watch news releases and updates from top officials. Like, for example, President Donald Trump likes to tweet on Twitter, and actually his tweets have a really big impact on the financial markets. Very interesting. So look for news releases, look for speeches and stuff like that. I do believe that United States Fed Chair Powell is going to speak today about the economy, so that's going to be interesting to watch. And also, if I'm not mistaken, or if it doesn't get canceled, there should be the meeting of OPEC Plus meetings. OPEC Plus meeting where they are I guess the oil industry, the energy market. They are going to discuss about stabilizing the energy market because Saudi Arabia and Russia they have increased their oil production, which caused a big crash on the oil market, and the price of oil dropped significantly. They're trying to make a deal right now to see if they can. Excuse me, they increase the production, so now they're trying to make a deal to cut down production so that oil prices can rise. So that's really, really interesting. The meeting was supposed to take place this past Monday, but it was canceled. It was postponed till today. So I'm very, very, very eager to see those news releases. And of course, that release, for example, the OPEC Plus meeting is possibly going to have an effect on the price of oil. Do not forget that there are two financial instruments on the platform. We have fixed time trading and Forex. Let's see here. Give me just 2 seconds. In commodities, you can find Brent oil right here. So definitely enjoy. We went over the differences of the platform and the differences of how your profit incurs on fixed time trading and Forex on Tuesday. So don't forget to watch that stream. And now let's talk about technical analysis and possibly open some trades. So for those of you who are new, you're probably looking at my chart, my graph. I'm looking right now at the British pound and the United States dollar. This is a 4-hour time frame. We went over about time frames in the previous stream as well, so don't miss any of the useful information so that you can catch up. So let's see here. You're probably looking at this and you're like, Angie, what is going on here? I do not understand. How did you get here? How did you get all of these things? What we'll do right now is we're going to go ahead and delete all of these things, and we are going to enter them together. So I had a few trend lines. I had 3 moving averages and Fibonacci levels. I think my main focus for today is going to be on support and resistance levels. And support and resistance levels, these are areas, resistance is on top and support is on the bottom. And these are areas that we look for entry points and also where the price is potentially going to reach for, so where we can look for to collect our profit. As I mentioned, so resistance is on top, and this is why. So as the prices are rising and rising and rising and rising, and if the price gets too high, it starts resisting. Likewise scenario, if the price is going down, 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 and it's so low that it starts being supported. And so first, I would like to go ahead and turn on my moving averages. Let me go ahead and just move myself a little bit for just 1 second. So here in the bottom left corner is where you can find all of your technical indicators. This is this middle tab right here. To me, it looks like a letter A, but I do understand it's that, I forget how that instrument is called, where you make circles in school or in college. So basically, if we click on here, this will take us to all of our indicators. My friends, I'm going to check back and chat with you so don't get distracted back and forth, but I'm not ignoring you guys. I will get to chat a little bit later. And so all the way on top is where we have the moving averages. I usually always have moving averages on my chart. And they also act as support and resistance, and I will explain. So I personally, we have the simple moving average, we have the exponential moving average, and we have the weighted moving average. They basically work in a similar manner. They are displayed as a line, a curved line on the chart that basically follows the direction of the price movement. The way that we can use it is that first of all, we can identify the main direction of the trend. If the line is pointing down, then we have a downtrend. If it is pointing up, then we have an uptrend. Another way that you can use this is that if the price crosses the moving average from top to bottom, then this is a signal to enter a sell trade, so down. And likewise, if the price crosses the moving average up, this could be a potential signal to open a buy trade, so for a price increase. I personally like to use 3 moving averages. And what I just clicked on 3 times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust this the period and the color. So the period by default is set to 10. I personally, some people like to use the 9 moving average. I like to use the 13 moving average for my short term moving average. So you just click on the little pencil and you can adjust how the period and also how it's displayed. The mid-term moving average that I like to use is 48. And I'm going to go ahead and change the color, for example, to blue. And I'm also going to make it more visible by dragging this color right here. And then the last one that I like to use is the 200 moving average. So this is a long-term moving average. And it's an important area of resistance and support. And I will explain. Let me just go ahead and change this to teal and make it a little bit more visible like this. Another way that moving averages can be used is for one thing is that as support and resistance. So basically, as you can see, this is the price is trying to reach here and it's trying to break above this level, but it can't. So it means that prices are high and they've met resistance. Another thing that I would like to pay your attention to is that when the moving averages intersect each other. Starting with the slower moving average, so the 13 moving average, followed by the 48 and then the 200. So when the 13 and 48 moving average, as we can see right here, crosses the 200 moving average down, this was a very good signal to enter a sell trade. Okay. Okay, so this is our moving averages. The next thing that I would like to show you is trend lines. Once again, so these are going to be our levels of support and resistance. Once I have everything on the chart, I'll be able to explain a little bit more. Once again, we can click on the indicators button. And if we can scroll all the way down here, what we have is horizontal line and we have trend line. So if you click on horizontal line, you can build your levels of support and resistance on a horizontal basis. And if we choose a trend line, it's going to be slanted. So with, let me go ahead and draw this and then I will explain. So basically, whenever you are drawing your trend lines, or horizontal or slanted, the main idea here is that you want the price. Let me see if I can increase this a little bit. I think I'm going to move my window back so that you can see me. Here we go. So whenever you're drawing your trend lines, you want to get as many touches of the trend line without it breaking beyond it, which is called a false breakout. So as you can see here, this is a fairly good level of support because it's on the bottom of the price. We have one touch here, and one touch here. So 3 touches. We do have one break of the trend line right here. This was a false breakout, and it's probably a little bit complicated for those of you who are joining for the first time, but I'm going to try and explain anyways. Why do we build these trend lines? Because if the price is moving up, we can expect that the price will return to this trend line and then move up, and then return to the trend line and then move up, and then return to the trend line, and so forth until the trend line is broken. Broken means that it would look something like this. So it would move beyond the trend line. Why is this a false breakout, and how to identify a false breakout so you don't enter the market and then the trade goes against you? Basically, when we have a break of the trend line, what we want to watch for is for it to break below. Then the next candlestick, the price, it should come back to the trend line to retest it and then continue on the in the direction of the breakout. This would be considered a breakout. When the price has a big candle or has a massive movement down, it breaks below the trend line, and then the next candle moves right back above it, is what we can consider to be a false breakout. So let's see here. I have one of my trend lines drawn, and then I would like to enter one more. Once again, I'm going to trend line, and I had a trend line. Let's see here. Something like this. It's not exactly horizontal. Oh, perfect example, another good example of a false breakout. But you see how ideally it broke below the trend line, this horizontal slightly slanted. It touched this trend line, and then the price returned back inside. So I have my two trend lines right here, and then I'm coming now to our Charvon, I see you in chat, who was asking about Fibonacci levels. Once again, this may be a little bit complicated for those of you who are just joining, but what makes everything perfect is practice. So you can just watch the stream over again, and whenever you're watching it, and open your chart and do it with me. So basically, you can pause the video and do it with me, and then think about it and so forth. So practice, practice, practice makes perfect. So if we choose Fibonacci levels, I generally really quite often use Fibonacci levels because they give us areas of support and resistance where the price can potentially reach. So here's how it works. I'm going to do my best to explain as simply as possible. Whenever we had a downtrend that reversed and started to move up, what we do is we start the Fibonacci all the way from the top of the beginning of the uptrend, and we drag it to the bottom. And as you can see right here, I just connected to the level of where the reversal and the new trend began. Whenever we're looking at Fibonacci levels, once again, so these are basically levels of support and resistance, these blue lines, where the price can potentially reach. And when we are looking at Fibonacci levels, the main levels that we focus on is the 23.6, followed by 38.2, and then 50%. The thing is that why is this so? This is because when we have a trend, let me go ahead and just zoom a little bit. So we have this downtrend. We have a downtrend, and then we have a slight correction. Then we go down again, and then we have a slight correction down, and so forth and so forth. So it is normal for during a trend. So it is normal for the price to move and then retrace by a third or a half of the previous move. So basically, this downtrend, we can expect the price to retrace by a third or a half before continuing to move down. The next level that we our main focus on is the 61.8 Fibonacci level. And this is a really important level because this is the last level that the price can reach before continuing back in the direction of the trend. If this level is broken, so for example, if we break above 61.8 right here, then this is a change in trend, and the Fibonacci levels are no longer valid. Okay, so now that we have our all of my indicators are displayed on the chart. The way I was explaining is that the moving averages can be used as support and resistance. So these are levels from which we can expect the price is going to bounce from. So you see how I have this trend line up drawn right here. So I just physically took the trend line and I drew it. Right here I have a great example of the 13 EMA, so the 13 exponential moving average. And it is going to be displayed on the chart automatically. And as you can see here, the price moved down, and then it touched the moving average, moved down, came back towards the moving average, moved down, came back towards the moving average. So it's basically working like my trend line. So basically like my level of resistance right here, because it is above the price. And then you can see the price consolidated at this low level right here, and then it moved above the moving average, and we have the same story. When we move up, then we'll come back to the moving average, then we move up, come back to the area of moving average. So here this is how you can use the moving average as support and resistance. I also mentioned that the 200 moving average is really important because it has a lot of data, and it's an important level. So if we have a break of this level, could be a potential entry point for a trade. So what I'm looking at right here, once again, this is the British pound and the United States dollar. This is a 4-hour time frame. Likewise, I'd like to mention that whenever you're working with different time frames, I like to check one time frame up, just to see the global picture of what's going on. So basically, each candlestick here represents the change in price during one day. And when we drop down to 4 hours, so this is the change in the price every 4 hours. As you can see here, the 13 moving average and the 48 moving average, they are pointing up. So giving me a signal that we have an uptrend. And as you can see here, the price touched the 13 EMA as support and started moving up, and now we are breaking above this the crucial 200 EMA. We have had a few false breakouts before, but I do believe that the price may be having a breakout, but I'm not I wouldn't call this an ideal setup or an ideal signal, but I am going to try it. I'm going to probably minimize my using my money manager. I'm going to lower the amount of my trade to $25. And right here with the multipliers, I'm going to use 50. I'm going to use the minimum multiplier also to minimize my losses. And I'm going to go ahead and enter a buy trade. And what we have right here is automatically we have the stop loss level. And like we mentioned in our previous stream, with the Olymp trade, you cannot lose more than the amount of your trade. So your stop loss is always going to be automatically at the amount of your trade, regardless of how much you have deposited on your account. And what I'm going to do is to minimize my losses in case the price does come back and move in the other direction. I'm going to just pull this stop loss up slightly below the 13 EMAs. So in case the price moves against me, I will lose approximately $9. Another thing that we can do is set the take profit. And the take profit, as I mentioned, we are going to be looking at these levels, for example, support and resistance and or trend lines and so forth. So the 61.8 is important, is an important level. Let's see here. Ideally, I would say that I think if the price is going to rise, it's probably going to rise till about here. And this is where I'm going to set my take profit. Oop. Nope. It's not working. Hold on one second. Oh, here we go. And I can go ahead and adjust it. But I am going to continue to monitor the situation. So this is how I opened my trade on Forex. I do have a, let's see here. Let me just go ahead and check in chat right quickly. Somebody is asking about the Ichimoku cloud. Oh, I do like the Ichimoku cloud, but I am not going to go into it today because it's going to be too complicated. By the way, we are updating a lot of videos on our YouTube channel, so we're going to have so many, a lot of useful information for you on psychology, different strategies, different indicators. It's going to be really awesome, my friends. Don't forget. I'm just going to do this right now so that since we're on the topic, and make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. Click on the red button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our really awesome streams and also video releases. Just very quickly, I do want to show you another trade that I would like to open, and this is going to be on fixed time trading. So basically, just the quick 2-second recap on Forex. My profit depends on by how far the price moves in the direction of my trade. With fixed time trading, it's slightly different. I'm going to go ahead and click on indices. We went over all of this on our previous stream. And I'm going to use the basic dollar index. So basically, this is sometimes it's called the DXY. So basically, basic dollar index, and this is the United States dollar against a basket of currencies. And as you can see right here, I also have, I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame. I have a trend line up right here, and I had a trend line down right here. So basically, what we have is I have my signal is showing that the 13 EMA, so that's the shorter short-term moving average is crossing the 48 moving average to the downside, and we're also breaking below this trend line. So as you can see here, I have one, two, 3 touches here, 2 touches here, 1, 2, 3 touches here, and now we are breaking below this line right here. With fixed time trading, we choose an expiration time, after which the trade will close. And once again, of course, we're choosing the amount of our trade, and we're either we're forecasting if the price is going to be lower than the current price after this time, or it's going to be higher than the current price after this time. I'm going to probably leave the $25 in place for the time being. And your expiration time should be ×2 or ×3 your time frame. So since I'm looking at the 4-hour time frame right here, I have chosen my expiration time to be 8 hours, and I believe that the price will be lower, so I click on the red button. My friends, next week we can go over and see how the trades are doing. So the basic dollar index is doing good so far, and the British pound, well, we have to wait. We have to wait for the move. So, my friends, I am running out of time. I so love and enjoy talking to you guys. Let me just go ahead and check the chat to see if I have missed anybody. While I am checking chat, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys one more time. The promo code to use for deposit plus 30% to any and all deposits made works until next Monday is SAFE and then the number 7. You know, like stay safe, stay home, and trade with Olymp Trade. So it's SAFE and then the number 7. Let's see here. Brosg, am I permitted to use a promo code just once because I use say 7? Yes, no. You can use it as many times as you can, as you would like to, and it works till until next Monday. So you can use it as many times as you would like. Let's see here. Same code today, and the response I'm getting is I can't use the promo code. That is an interesting question. I'm going to check on that. That shouldn't be the way it's working. Mr. Brosg, if you can, please contact our support team. They would be happy to assist you and just explain to them, you know, this promo code should be working until next Monday, but I already used it yesterday, so it says I can't use it again, but I should be able to. So if you can, please check with our support team, and I'm also going to check this on my side as well. Satayakan Ravikanti, what's the use of Dungeon Channel and Ichimoku Cloud? These are a little bit more complex indicators. We are definitely going to have streams that have these strategies. So I'm not going to talk about them today. Let's see here. Dear Madam, I use mobile app. How to apply this strategy in mobile app? You can, on the mobile app, there are also indicators. Should be displayed in a similar manner like the A indicator button. So and you can enter as far as I remember, definitely trend lines. You can draw the trend lines. There's moving averages, and if I remember correctly, Fibonacci levels as well. So you should be able to use this on the mobile app. But once again, if you can't or you have some kind of question, please contact our support so that they can check from a technical side. You know, like what kind of phone are you using, and stuff like that. Let's see here. Have I missed anything? I just joined Olymp Trade. I am from India. This is Parag Patil. Can I perform Euro US dollar fixed time trade 24/7? How to know the timing of trade? So the market is open basically Monday through Friday. That you can use the platform. With the fixed time trading, the maximum amount of the is 1 day. So the maximum time that you can use is 24 hours. So within 1 day. Let's see here. Let me see. Kind Martin or Safari. Oh, my friends, Mr. Satyakam, I guess you are more of like a professional trader. I'm going to write all of these down so that I'll make sure that we can go over and spend some more time of explaining during our next streams. Well, my friends, I do believe that I've answered all of your questions. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below this video. Just quick mention one more time. Our next stream is, well, we have streams next Tuesday where four different analysts are going to trade back to back. We'll starting with Yaroslav, then me, then Nick, and then Alex. So we'll have live trades. It's going to be really exciting. And then on Wednesday, we'll have a stream. We'll go over more about the platform, about different strategies. And make sure that you come back next Wednesday and we'll choose a random comment below this video and give out risk-free trade. So don't forget to leave your comments below this video, and also please, your questions are welcomed, and we'll definitely reply to you. My friends, well, I guess that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for joining me. It was very great to see you all from all the different countries. I hope you're staying safe, staying home. Join us for our live streams, and we'll get together and discuss the market. Once again, thank you everyone for joining, and I will see you guys next time.